light, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that I unfortunately know all too well, and that is heartbreak. I have been through quite a few heartbreaks in my life. So has everyone. Everyone pretty much has, everyone pretty much will. It's kind of just a part of life. Before we come into this life, into this dimension, we come in with the understanding and kind of being prepared to go through that kind of suffering, the heart aching. It's just a part of being here, and while sometimes it may not feel like we're very prepared, I am and you are 100% qualified to get through it. So even though it's a huge opportunity for growth and experience, it can sometimes feel like it's a little too much. So when it does start to feel like it's too much, that's why we have other people to help ease us through. We have our guides to help ease us through, and we have magic. So today I'm going to show you a little spell that I have done to ease some of the pain and discomfort in my heart center. It's really simple. You barely need any tools, because I know like the last thing you want to think about right now if you're going through something is what you have to buy and leaving the house. But before we get into the video, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification just to get notified whenever I post. You don't want to miss out on any rituals. And make sure to follow me on other social media so we can stay in contact and be friends. Alright, so there are a lot of different spells that you can do when going through the loss of something. There are cord cutting spells, there are letting go spells, there are self-love spells, there are forgiveness spells. The one I do specifically is just letting go of pain. Everything else I feel like I can handle and do on my own once I get the pain to a bearable level. I personally have mixed feelings on cord cutting spells, just because I think if you have a connection with someone, even if it is sometimes painful, to keep that connection and let it fade organically, I think it's important to let it do its thing and fade on its own. That's just my personal opinion. So here are the materials that you are going to need. You're going to need a candle. I just have this tiny little tea light candle because this is what I had on hand. Ideally, you would either use a white or a pink candle. I have some Palo Santo. I'm going to use this just to sweeten up my area, make sure it's nice and cleansed and ready to do magic. One pink lighter to light my candle, of course. I have this huge chunk of rose quartz. I know it's very big. It's actually the smallest one I have. So, ta-da! He's gonna heal me up today. He's a good boy. And then I have my actual spell. I just wrote it on this piece of paper, nice and neat. I'm not good at memorizing, so I have to write things down. You're totally welcome to steal this and use these words if you want. I will read it off later, but if you want to pause it, there it is. Ta-da! Step 1. Whenever I do any magic, the first thing I do is I take an Epsom salt bath. I do this to basically cleanse my body and get my head and my physical form into the right space in order to do magic in the most efficient and result-yielding way. If you don't have Epsom salt, you can totally just take a regular like bubble bath, or you could just take a shower. Honestly, anything that just like relaxes you, gets you clean, and gets you ready to go. Step number 2. A big part of healing is learning to love yourself a little deeper. So I put on an outfit that I really like and I'm comfy in. I did my makeup. All cute, at least I think it's cute. So like I got ready, I feel cute, I'm feeling myself, I'm feeling confident within myself. The first 2 steps aren't technically part of the spell, but I think they are important. The amount of effort you put in and your intention is what's going to make this really work. So put in as much effort as you can. Alright, step 3. I'm finally going to use my things I said I was going to use. I'm going to take out my Palo Santo. I'm going to light this baby up. Step 4 is to meditate. Hopefully if you're doing rituals and spells, you try to meditate regularly. If not, it might be a little more difficult to get into the headspace to meditate because it does take practice to calm your mind. But yeah, so I'm gonna meditate for like 2 to 5 minutes while holding my big boy stone. If you don't have a rose quartz stone, you could also use clear quartz or any stone that like brings you comfort. When I meditate with stones, I kind of just like hold on and like, and I sit. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn the camera off though, because it's gonna be weird to just watch me sit here for 5 minutes, so see you after I'm done meditating. I just finished meditating. I ended up meditating for 4 minutes, and now that I'm calm, I'm centered, I'm grounded, I am going to call on the help of Mother Earth and Father Sky. So this is when, if you have any deities, or if you are in contact with your spirit guides or whoever you really work with, this is when you can call on them. You can also call on the elements. I don't have really any specific deities, so I tend to work with the concept of Mother Earth and Father Sky, so that is who I'm going to call on. You can either say it out loud or think it. I usually think it just because I live with people and I'm self-conscious, I guess. Kind of like meditating, I kind of just close my eyes and reach out and call on them, like literally say, I call forth blah 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 and blah blah blah. I do praying hands during this. I don't know if that's just a Christianity thing. I grew up in Christianity, so that's what I do. I don't know if it's proper though, but do whatever you want, really. We move into our next step, which is actually reciting the spell with stone in hand. So the spell that I have written out, I'm gonna read it several times, and once I feel like I've really gotten in tune, I've vibed with this spell, I'm going to light my candle. So again, just say it several times whenever, until it feels right, or if you have like a certain number that means a lot to you, you can do it till then. Okay, I have my stone in hand still. I have my lit candle. Just gonna put it on top of my page here, put my rock on top of it as well. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just going to hold my stone and visualize all my pain, all my suffering going into the stone. It's totally absorbing all of it. It's flowing from my heart, through my arms, into my fingers, and into the stone. It's soaking it all up. I'm also going to visualize what my life is going to feel like and what it's going to be like when I no longer have this pain. So I'm going to sit here for a few minutes, really trying to visualize, really trying to get that picture in my head. Whenever you feel like you have really gotten the visual in your head, you can blow out your candle or you can let it burn. I usually let mine burn down, especially if it's a small one like this. I'm going to keep this page and put it in my book of shadows just for future use. And as for the stone, you're going to go outside somewhere and you're going to bury this. So this stone has graciously soaked up all of your pain, all of your suffering, all of your heartbreak. You're gonna give it back to Mother Earth, let her cleanse it, get rid of all the icky vibes, and then after a couple weeks, you can actually dig it up and just cleanse it, and you can use it for other stuff. Well, I hope you guys like this. Let me know if you try out this ritual. Let me know what the results are. And I just want to say, if you're going through something right now, if your heart is hurting, if you're grieving, if you're suffering in any way, I just want to remind you that it is going to be okay. Not that long ago, I was in a space that I literally never thought was going to end. Every moment felt worse than the last, but you just have to remember that whatever you're feeling right now, it's not going to always feel like that. There are going to be good moments, and you just have to really be present in those good moments. But please remember, you're not alone. It's going to end. You're going to be okay. You're going to be more than okay. You're going to be better after this, okay? And of course, always remember, everything you go through, you are qualified and you are strong enough. There's a belief that there are different dimensions that have different kinds of suffering. So some dimensions have physical suffering, some have emotional, some just have mental, but on Earth we have all of them. And your soul wanted to come here to grow. So just the fact that you're here existing right now, you are like one of the baddest bitches in the entire universe throughout all the dimensions. You got this, I got this, we got this. I'll leave it at that, but thank you guys for watching. I really love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.